his first game back?
Yeah, I expect him to be rusty.
You do?
I'm not worried because obviously I'm picking the Packers. But yeah, he's not a great passer.
You're banking on him being rusty one good day.
He's not a great passer when he's in rhythm, right? I mean, like, that's not the strength of his game. He's fine. He was actually good the game after A.J. Brown was complaining. But he's not a terrific passer, so I think they're going to be out of rhythm. He hasn't been able to practice with those guys. The last thing you need is A.J. Brown in his ear talking about get me the ball.
No, I don't need
I think what they need to do is run the ball with Saquon, but also with Justin. Like, get him in the used to the speed. I'm sorry, Jalen, with the speed of a game again and have him running, and then he'll warm up and then I think be fine throwing the football. But yeah.
So listen, before the game where they threw it a bunch and Jalen says that what you guys wanted to see, they had won 9 straight, and in those 9 games he was averaging 14 completions on 21 attempts. It was working. So I do think he'll be rusty. I think that'll be fine. I don't think
they'll throw that much.
I think that they will. This might force them back into the thing that had been working. Yeah. Which is not the worst thing in the world. I will also say this, and I'm sorry to hop on this hobby horse again. There is a cost to asking your quarterback to play this style. This is the second straight playoffs where Jalen Hurts' health is a question going into it. Last year, he was playing through everything but playing poorly, and after the year, it was like, man, he was wearing this giant brace on his leg, all of it. This year, I understand concussions we put in a separate box, which I get, except he suffered the concussion on a quarterback-driven run. That is a big part of what the Eagles do, and there is a real cost to that. And it's a hard way to run a football team to ask your quarterback to take that type of punishment.
Wow. Oh, man, there's so much to unpack here. Oh, gosh, there's so much to unpack here. The fact that Nick just kind of said, oh, Jalen Hurts was injured last season, all this, when this entire offseason, he refuted that. When we kept saying that Jalen Hurts was injured, he kept saying, really? Was he? I don't know. Was he injured? Was he injured? He's just bad. He's just bad. He wasn't allowing that to be an excuse at all, which is insane because I kept calling him out saying, you said last season that he was injured and that you predicted that he was going to get surgery in the offseason. But then during the offseason, when you wanted to talk about how bad Jalen Hurts is and the Philadelphia Eagles are, you acted like that the injuries and the brace is nothing. But now when you want to make the argument that Jalen Hurts hurts his team because of that style of play, you want to say he's been banged up multiple times. Like, oh my God. Oh, that's crazy. That's madness. That is madness. Oh my God. And okay, guys. Jalen Hurts is a really, really good passer. Is he elite? Is he special at passing? Is he at the level of a Joe Burrow, of a Matthew Stafford, right? These guys that just, that's how they make their money, is because of their arm, because of their elite ability to throw the football. Jalen Hurts is not that. If you believe that, you could be the biggest Jalen Hurts fan, I think it's okay. I think you could accept that that's not Jalen Hurts' special. But to act like Jalen Hurts is just this guy who's like, yeah, he can like kind of throw, kind of not. Like what are we doing here? I feel like this whole week, that's just what I keep saying. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we talking about? I mean, this is just, we're slipping into absurdity. I feel like this week I've just been like in an independent film where like things are just kind of going all crazy and the colors are flashing, and 1 minute it's black and white, the next minute it's color, the next minute where it's an animated film. I'm just like where are we right now? Like, what are these conversations that we're having? I mean, seriously. And to just limit Jalen Hurts to, he's averaging 14 completions on 21 pass attempts. That is the problem with stats. That continues to be the problem with stats. And I don't have all my Eagles notes with me. I save all my notes and they're down below. But like, he's making throws or using his legs at specific strategic times, whether it be to pick up a crucial third down, a crucial fourth down. to score a touchdown. I mean, like when you're saying 14 completions on 21 pass attempts, like it doesn't actually tell the whole story of how the game's unfolded. What you were asking Jalen Hurts to do in any given moment and the throw that he was asked to make. He made a huge throw against the Green Bay Packers week 1. I believe it was to Devontae to win the game, to convert either third down or fourth down. I think it might have been like multiple third downs. Again, that's the problem. I don't remember exactly how that game unfolded. It was months ago. So when you just say, oh, well, 14 for 21 and 160 yards, it's not that good. It's like, huh? Like, yeah. Can Jalen Hurts be a little rusty at this point? Sure. Sure. But this team is not quarterback reliant. This team is a roster. They don't live and die by just their quarterback. That's what makes the Philadelphia Eagles special. It does not all come down to Jalen Hurts like it does for Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. This is a team. This is the Philadelphia Eagles, not the Philadelphia Jalen Hurts. That's why they were able to win against the Dallas Cowboys, the Giants, and almost won against the Commanders. Should have won against the Commanders. So yeah, could Jalen Hurts be a little injured? And then again, be like, oh, A.J. Brown's going to be in his ear. No, he's not. I called A.J. Brown out for that whole thing. But A.J. Brown is not this mega diva wide receiver, okay? He's not. He's not doing the antics of a Tyreek Hill, of an AB. Like, he's not. He understands Jalen Hurts has been banged up and hasn't been playing. He's not going to be in his ear being like, come on, bro, throw me the ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball. Yeah, AJ wants the ball. No denying that. But he understands that they're going into the playoffs right now. Don't act like AJ Brown is just consistently trouble. That's not the story here. He wants to win this game. And then you'll be like, well, I got the Packers, so I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts. And it's like, okay. This is the problem with having predictions preseason. This is the problem with having predictions preseason. That's why I'm not a fan. It could be fun. I get it. But I think it needs to be more fun where you're like, yeah, this is what I think is going to happen. But then, like, throughout the season, I'm going to totally change my opinions because that's what normal people should do. That's what intelligent people should do. But it's like, nope, I picked this team back in, the last week of August. No matter what happens, I'm sticking with them. And if you change your mind, it means, oh, you're abandoning them. You're a bum. Oh, you're a flip-flopper. No, I just have new evidence. I have new information. I was making a prediction back in August, which how could I even remotely be expected to be very accurate with that? Because it's literally just made up. It's guesses. And to now have that dictate your views week after week after week after week is insanity. It's insanity. It doesn't make any logical sense. You would not do that in any other aspect of your life. And if you do, you need to reevaluate your life. I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy, but if you keep doing that, you got to reevaluate your life because you are not going to be successful. The only way you're successful is if you get really lucky, man. You got to get really lucky, or you got to already be loaded and can endure a lot of failures. I don't know, man. Again, you either think that the Philadelphia Eagles are a top team or not. If you're expecting Jalen Hurts to go up against the Packers and they're like, hey, man, we're going to have you throw the ball 35 times. Let's go. Like, no, that's not who the Eagles are. That's not who they want Jalen Hurts to be. He does not need to start the first half with like 8 20-plus yard throws. Like, the Eagles' agenda and game plan against the Packers will be to just simply systematically pick them apart. Go after an injured defense. Run the ball. I mean, it should be very basic, boring football. It should be a 7-yard pass here, a 5-yard run here, a 4-yard pass here, a screen pass here, a deep ball, but not even a 50-50 ball, because there's no point in even risking it. You don't need to. You're just going to play complete, smooth football. Run the ball. Dominate the clock. Take advantage of the injuries for the Packers offense as well. Get after Jordan Love. Make him feel uncomfortable. Use the home field advantage to your advantage. The crowd's going to be into it. Like, it's, like very simple. That's why this game's on at 4 and not 8. The 8 o'clock games are the games that they're expecting to be box office. The 8 o'clock games are for the people. The 4 o'clock games are for the fans. And again, I think the Packers have a shot at winning this game. So don't take this as me saying the Packers have no chance, the Eagles have no worries. But it's just the way how this conversation unfolded is what just, hasn't sit well. It doesn't sit well for me. And a quick note to the Eagles fans that think that, Hurts and the Eagles are, that he's actually completely fine, but that, just going to get time. You can't game the concussion protocol. You cannot game the concussion protocol. Let me say it one more time. You cannot game the concussion protocol. It's not how the concussion protocol works. You can't game it in any sport, both basketball and football. Those are the 2 protocols that I'm most familiar with. I don't know how it's done in like baseball, if there even is one, honestly. I have no idea. Soccer and whatnot. But it's not. You can't kind of like manipulate and move things around. You're either in it or you're not. It is very binary. You either pass or you don't. You're either recovered or you're not. So I don't know exactly what's going on with Jalen Hurts. Like, if Jalen Hurts is actually experiencing legitimate symptoms and he has not, like, he's actually struggling to get back to baseline, because that is how you pass a concussion protocol. You get back to what your baseline measurements are, which again cannot be faked. They cannot be faked. It's like trying to fake your medical, cholesterol levels. Like, you can't, man. The tests are the tests. You can't fake it. That would be more concerning to me than anything. And that would be probably the better conversation to have, to be like, hey, what's actually going on with this whole thing? But, yeah, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts? Are you worried that he's going to be rusty? Do you agree with Brew that the Eagles are going to lose this game? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.